In this video, we are going to understand how to add subscribers to multiple lists in AWeber from Webhook. So here my objective is, every time I receive some user details from any platform like a form builder application or the payment gateway or landing pages. Now with the received information, I want to add a subscriber in AWeber in multiple lists. Now to do this, I'll have to integrate AWeber with the other application. Now let's say that particular application is not available in Pabbly Connect integrations library. Then in that case, you can use a feature by Pabbly, which is Webhook, that provides you a URL which can be added to the other application. And then this entire process can be automated. Now to understand how you can do that, let me take you to my screen. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you will get 100 free tasks to explore this entire software. Okay, now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side you can see the tab Create Workflow. Click on this. Now this dialog box is here, and here we have to name the workflow. Now here my objective is, every time I receive the webhook response from any of the application, let's say it is a payment gateway or the form builder application or the landing page. Now the details that I have received, with those details I want to create a subscriber in AWeber in multiple lists. Add AWeber subscriber to multiple lists from webhook response. Now I'm going to click on create. As I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger this, when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get a response on WhatsApp or SMS about the amount debited. So how does that happen? With the help of automation. In such a case, your trigger application will be the payment gateway, and your action application here will be the SMS or WhatsApp sending services. Now let's come to our use case. So here our trigger application will be a feature by Pabbly, which is Webhook. Now whenever you wish to send some specific application's data to another application, let's say that I want to receive the data from any payment gateway, landing page or a form builder application. Now this information that I have received, with this I want to create a subscriber, or here I want to perform any other action in a different application. Now let's say that the application from which I wish to receive the data is not directly integrated with Pabbly Connect. In such a case, you can use this feature. This is going to provide you a webhook URL. The only thing required is that the application should support webhook, and then your work is done. Okay, so what is it written here? Copy the webhook URL and add it under the webhook section of the application you're willing to integrate with. And once you are done with adding the webhook URL, do a test submission in the application in order to capture the webhook response there. And here it is also mentioned that the webhook URL is unique for every workflow. Now what I'm going to do is, let's say that JotForm is not directly integrated with Pabbly Connect. In such a case, I'm going to copy this webhook URL and I want to receive this response from JotForm. So here I'm going to take you to JotForm. Now let's say this is the form. So I'm going to click on Edit Form. And now here I'm going to take you to Settings, go to Integrations. Here we are going to look for webhooks. Click on this. Now here we have to add the webhook. So this URL that we have received through Webhook by Pabbly, I'm going to copy this, go back to JotForm, and I'm going to paste this over here. Click on Complete Integration. So here it is saying that it is integrating the data and our integration is ready. Click on Finish. So here, with the help of Webhook by Pabbly, the URL that we had received, with that I have integrated JotForm and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. So here now we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So go back to JotForm. So here first I'm going to take you to the form that I have created. So here is the form. It has got these fields: first name, last name, email, phone number, gender, location, and then we have the names of different courses. So this is a course enrollment form. So here you can see we have courses like spoken English course, COET, NEET and competitive exams. Now here I'm going to take you to publish. So you can see this is the link. Now here I'm going to open this link in a new tab, and now here I'm going to fill up this form. So let's say the first name is dummy, the last name is new 123. This here is the email address. This here is the phone number. Let's select the gender, it is a female. Location, let's say it is Bhopal. Now let's say that this particular person has enrolled for spoken English course. I'm going to click on submit. So here we can see that the form has been submitted. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the response, and yes, here it is. So here we have received the response. First of all, this here is the webhook URL. Here we have the username. Now as I take you down, this here is the form title, and again let's go down. So here we have got the first name, last name, email address, full phone number, and then the gender, location, and this here is the course name. Then again here we have the event ID and rest of the details. Now once I have received this information, I want to create this user as a subscriber in AWeber. Now before I do that, I'm going to take you to my AWeber account. Now here you can see there is list selection. I'm going to take you here. So here you have got different lists in which you wish to create the subscriber. Now here you can create as many lists as you want. Since this is just a test account, so I have created just one list. Now when you have a paid account, you can create as many lists as you want. Now let's say that here I have created the list according to the name of the courses. So every time a person enrolls for a particular course, then that particular person will be enrolled in that list, the courses list. Okay, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Now once I have received this information, I want to create this user as a subscriber in a particular list. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this feature by Pabbly, which is router. So a router basically helps you to execute different actions based on the filter conditions you set. So here you can see we have got different routes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename the first one as spoken English course. So I'm going to name these routes as per the name of the course. I'm going to click on this here, rename. Let's say this is COET. Okay, click on update. I'm going to add more routes here. So I'm going to click on this, rename this, and let's say this here is NEET update. Okay, add one more route, and here I'm going to name it as, let's say, competitive exams. Okay, so similarly you can create routes for as many courses as you want. Now once this is done, let's go to the first one. Here we are going to set the filter and action steps. So what is the filter that I want? I want the name of the course to be the filter. So here I'm going to click on the drop down. You can see the previous step. Let's click on this. So here I'm going to go down, and here I'm going to look for the name of the course, which is this spoken English course. Okay, and this should be equal to spoken English course. So this value should be exactly what we have received in the above response. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we can see that the condition is true, which means that now I'm going to create a subscriber in the specified list. So here I'm going to choose my action application as AWeber. Click on this. Here the action event will be to add or update subscriber. Let's click on connect. So here I'm going to click on add new connection as Pabbly Connect wants to connect with AWeber account. Let's click on connect with AWeber. Now before you do this, please make sure that you have already logged into your AWeber account. So here Pabbly Connect is asking for the authorization. So here I'm going to click on I'm not a robot, click on allow access. As we do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful. So this means that AWeber and Pabbly Connect are now totally connected. So I'm going to go down, and now here you can see the account ID has already been selected by the system, and here we have to enter the list ID. So I want that all these users who have applied for spoken English course should be added in the spoken English course list. So here you can see we have selected the list ID. Also, since I have created only one list, so here you can see the same list. Now, when you will create multiple lists there, so you can just click on the drop down and you will get the name of all the lists, and from there you can select the name of your list. Also, you can map the list ID. All you have to do is you have to add another action step. The event will be find list method. From there you will get the list ID, and then you can add the list ID here. Next, here we have to enter this information. First of all, the full name. So I'm going to click on this. You can see the previous step. Let's click on this, and here as I take you down, this here is the first name. I'm going to give a space, go to the previous step once again, and this here is the last name. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Now, had I written the same name manually, then even when this workflow was running in real time, it wouldn't have taken the new data. Instead, it would have been stuck with the manually written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. So always remember that whenever you have static information which is not going to change, you can just write it manually. And whenever you have dynamic information, which means which is going to change with every response received, in such a case, always map the data. Next, here I'm going to map the email address of the person. Here it is. And here, do you want to update the existing subscriber? Now, even if it is a new subscriber, you can make this yes. In such a case, what will happen? That if the subscriber already exists, so it would get updated. If not, then it will get created. Next, here we have to enter the tag. Here, I'm going to go to step 1 once again, go down, and I'm going to select the name of the tag also as per the course. Then we have ad tracking, IP address, so you can enter all these details. Now I'm going to simply click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response. So this here is the HTTP status code, and the message says that the application has been processed, which means that now the subscriber must be created in AWeber. Let's go and check the same. So I'm going to take you to AWeber, and here these are the subscribers. Let's click on this. And here you can see dummy new 123. This particular user has been created. So as I click on this, here we have got all the details. Now since there is only one list, so you can see that the person has been added to the same list. Now here you can see that the status is shown as unsubscribed. So all you have to do here is that you have to go to the email address, and from there you can subscribe the same. Now this means that our integration is a success. I'm going to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to JotForm. Here I'm going to open this link again in a new tab. Let's say here the first name is Smart, the last name is Dummy. Then here we have the email address of the person, which is, then we have the phone number. So this here is the phone number. Then we have the gender. Here we have to select the location. And now again I'm going to enroll for spoken English course. Let's click on submit. And as I do that, here you can see that the form has been submitted. Let's go to AWeber to see if we have received a new subscriber here. Yes, here you can see that a new subscriber has been added. Again, the status is shown as pending. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you to the email address, and here you can see we have received the request. So I'm going to click on this and confirm my subscription. The moment I do that, now I'm going to take you back to AWeber, and here I'm going to refresh the page. And as I do that, here you can see that the status is shown as subscribed. So this means our integration is a success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was Webhook by Pabbly, where we had to capture the webhook. Once that was done, here our action was another feature by Pabbly, which was router, where we can put different actions based on the filter conditions. So here we had different routes set for different courses, and here for spoken English course, we had created a list in AWeber, and then all the users who had subscribed for this particular course were added to that particular list as a subscriber in AWeber. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.